Welcome everyone and thank you so much for joining in. So before I dive into this content, I want to wish you all a happy new year and let this 2022 bless you with good health, wealth and happiness. So now without wasting any time, let's have a look at this content because right now if you monitor the price movement of Bitcoin, yesterday I made this one scenario very clear because when the price of Bitcoin was hovering around this 47,000 range, I showed you guys that there is a very high probability of price seeing this breakout at least towards this 48,500, 48,600, and if this resistance around this 48,500, 48,600 is going to get broken, the next possible target is going to be around 50,000 price area. And once the price started this movement, you can see we had this massive move towards this 48,500, 48,600, and then we got a rejection. This 48,500 was the price target from the point 2 till this point 3 area, right? This was the first price target, and the second price target, the bigger price target around 50,000 was from this top till the bottom. I mean from the point 2 till this point 1 area. But in our case, the price was only able to come across this first price target, and after that we saw this price retracement. And if you look at this price retracement, where did the price of Bitcoin get gravitated? Exactly at the bottom line area of this parallel channel. Let me show you that. So now if we look at this parallel channel, yesterday I made it very clear, guys. If the price of Bitcoin wants to see an actual movement towards this 50,000 range, then we have to overcome this obstacle that was also lying between this 48,500, 48,600 range, because this was the central line of this parallel channel. And yesterday when the price of Bitcoin came across this 48,500 range, you can see here, exactly after reaching that area, we got this reversal, and this reversal ended exactly after reaching around the bottom line of this parallel channel. And now we are aware, guys, the price of Bitcoin is trapped between this parallel channel, the resistance around 51,000, 52,000 range, and to the downside the support around 45,900 to 46,000 range. So what to expect next? Is the price of Bitcoin again going to show any sort of a movement, or is it going to be more of a weak trend? I mean price failing to continue this rally and again breaking this support line and continue this movement here to the downside. Because if you monitor this price movement, you can see one very interesting scenario is also unfolding right now. If you look at this price movement, maybe the price of Bitcoin here is forming this right angle broadening wedge. In a right angle broadening wedge, the price gets rejection around the upper line area, which usually looks like a very flat trend line, right? And to the downside, this looks like a falling trend line. And in our case, if you look at this price movement, we are seeing this pretty similar scenario where the price is finding support at the lower line area of this right angle broadening wedge and resistance at the upper line area. And exactly if this is going to play out next for Bitcoin, then we are aware that this upper line resistance must be broken at any cost. And in our case, if the price of Bitcoin right now is also making this exact movement where you can see the price finding support at the lower line area, rejection at the upper line area, then we have to flip this resistance at any cost to continue this rally here to the upside. Otherwise, this is going to be more of a fail right angle broadening wedge, and price again will show this movement here to the downward direction. And why? Because yesterday I showed you this bump and run reversal pattern. According to the bump and run reversal pattern, we had one successful and failure bump and run reversal pattern. And according to the failure, you can see price shows some sign of a breakout but is unable to find support at this falling trend line and then start this downtrend. But in a bullish or in a successful bump and run reversal, the resistance line is going to act as a support, and price after that start this new uphill run. And in our case, if you look at this price structure, you can see the price has broken out of this falling trend line, but it is still lacking this momentum. But if this right angle broadening wedge is going to play out where the price of Bitcoin is going to break this resistance line and also find support above this 48,500, 48,600 range, then maybe this could be looked as a double bottom right now, right? If you look at this, and price could start this new movement again from the neckline to the bottom area. And in that case, you can see we could be getting gravitated around this 50,000 range. So that is also a reason why the price of Bitcoin here must break this resistance line at any cost, because breaking the resistance line here will also break the resistance from the right angle broadening wedge, and also gives us confidence that we could be breaking out of the center line and heading towards this upper line area of this parallel channel. And not just only this one here, if you are aware, since today is the 1st of January, we also have a price target placed from this CPI line. Why? Because this CPI line is a leading indicator and it gives us information beforehand. So according to this CPI indicator, you can see the January month price target for Bitcoin has already been placed, and to be honest, it does not look that good. Why? Because if you focus on this CPI line, the top CPI line, central CPI line, and the bottom CPI line, and compare this with the previous month, you can see this is a clearly descending CPI line, because in an uptrend, the price always finds support at this monthly CPI line, which forms more of a higher highs, higher lows continuation pattern type of scenario. In most of the cases, the elrond line also get triggered, but here in April, the price of Bitcoin was not able to touch the green line, the monthly elrond line. You can see it, and after that we saw some weakness, and you can see the next month after April, which was the May month, the price left this monthly elrond line clearly open. This was a sign of weakness, and after that you can see we saw this price pullback. And also the next month CPI was a descending CPI, because in an ascending CPI trend is heading here to the upside, and in a descending CPI trend is heading to the downside. You can see lower CPI line, lower CPI line, right? And in our case, you can see this was also pretty similar. Price, when we were starting this new movement here to the upside, always formed this higher high CPI line. The monthly elrond line, the green line, was always reached, except here from November month. You can see the price left the monthly elrond line open, and after that, just like here, we had this price retracement. Look at this, right? And now if we compare this CPI line with this one, it actually looks pretty similar. And now where we are is around this price area. So something similar could be also unfolding right now with Bitcoin. So that is the reason for us right now. If the price of Bitcoin wants to show this bullishness, the bullish scenario what I showed you with this right angle broadening wedge or the double bottom here, if this is going to be more of a double bottom type of scenario, then this 48,500, 48,600 resistance must be flipped into support. Otherwise, you can see now the same line here, the top CPI line, central CPI, and the bottom CPI line, which is lying between 47,000 to 50,000 range. These lines are definitely going to be one hell of a resistance line for Bitcoin. So according to this CPI line, right, if the price does manages to see an actual movement for this whole January month, find support above this 50,000, then the first target is this green line, which is placed around 56,640 area. So this 56,000 is going to be our first monthly target, right? But to the downside, you can see the first monthly support line is lying around $38,191, and this price target, guys, is going to remain until the end of January month. So that's why we want the price of Bitcoin at any cost to find support above this CPI lines, because staying below the CPI line could trigger another sell off or more of a range bound type of scenario before we reach next month of February. So that's why, guys, right now, according to the CPI line, the price of Bitcoin could see some strong line of resistance between this 50 to 48,000 range and see more of a range bound type of scenario, just like here, before showing some sort of a actual trend duration for Bitcoin. So these are some of the interesting scenario I wanted to share with you in today's video. If you enjoyed my work, then please hit the like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye, guys.